Our next witness is Abigail Ross Hopper. She has served as president and CEO of Solar Energy Industries or SEIA, since 2017. She previously served as the director of the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management during the Obama administration and as a senior energy roles for the state of Maryland. This Friday marks her last day with the organization. So we want to welcome the organization's interim CEO, which I believe is Darren Van't Hoff, who is also here with us today. If you want to raise your hand there, Darren, there he is. So, Ms. Hopper, thank you for spending your last week here with us. We are very happy to have you, and please proceed with your opening statement. Thank you.
Thank you. I can't imagine anywhere else I'd rather be. Thank you, Chairman Capito, Ranking Member Whitehouse, and members of the committee for inviting me here today to testify on why now is the moment to address permitting in the United States. As you just heard, my name is Abigail Ross Hopper. I am the outgoing president and CEO of the Solar Energy Industries Association. We are the national trade association representing America's solar and storage industry. America's solar companies are manufacturing and deploying the power we need to keep the lights on and keep prices affordable. To ensure a reliable grid and put downward pressure on prices, permitting reform is essential. SEIA strongly supports these bipartisan efforts to improve the process for energy and transmission projects. Permitting reform must begin with this basic principle. Projects that enter the federal permitting process must be allowed to move through that process in good faith and without unfair treatment based on energy source. And once a project receives a permit, that permit should be honored. Unfortunately, the federal permitting process has lost credibility regarding solar projects. In a July 15, 2025 memorandum, the Department of the Interior created 68 new layers of red tape, effectively amounting to a moratorium on solar by requiring political and secretarial level approval for even minor project reviews. Many solar applications remain paralyzed inside the agency, leaving developers in the dark about whether their projects will ever be considered. Political roadblocks are endangering 70 gigawatts of solar and 42 gigawatts of battery storage projects on both federal and private land, according to the EIA numbers released late Monday. These projects represent 43% of all planned new power capacity in the United States. We all know electricity demand is rising rapidly, and without this power and the grid infrastructure to deliver it, electricity prices will continue to rise. In December, the House passed the SPEED Act, which would modernize NEPA to accelerate permitting and prevent unnecessary litigation. While NEPA reform is necessary, I should note that delays on solar projects from NEPA litigation are minimal compared to some of my colleagues. And while the SPEED Act included a bipartisan provision to protect already permitted projects, SEIA could not support the bill because it did not provide meaningful assurance that federal agencies will fairly consider solar applications moving forward. SEIA is eager to work with Congress on a bipartisan basis on permitting reform that unlocks dozens of gigawatts of solar storage and transmission. To achieve this, reforms must include these three core principles. Number one, ending the federal solar moratorium with statutory protections for existing permits and prohibitions on prospective discriminatory treatment. Two, establishing certainty and reducing timelines through streamlined coordinated reviews. And three, accelerating transmission build-out through stronger planning, permitting authority, and grid modernization. The U.S. solar industry has transformed rapidly in recent years. In 2025 alone, the United States added 17.7 gigawatts of solar module manufacturing capacity, and we now produce every major component of the solar module supply chain here in this country. Demand for solar is incredibly strong, with 250 gigawatts of new solar capacity forecast to come online through 2030. But these projects represent billions in private capital that cannot reach final investment decisions without permitting certainty. We all know the United States needs more power. Data centers, domestic manufacturing, AI are among the largest drivers of that energy demand, and that power needs to be built now. Solar and storage can meet that timeline, complementing natural gas and nuclear projects that typically take longer to develop and build. And we all know that the United States is experiencing an affordability crisis. The most effective way to address that is through greater build-out of solar and storage. Unsubsidized solar is now the cheapest source of electricity in history in much of the country. With no fuel costs, solar provides a hedge against natural gas price volatility that continues to cause electricity price spikes. The only way to put downward pressure on prices is bring more power online, not less. States with higher levels of deployment of solar and storage, like Texas, are experiencing lower and more stable electricity prices. Streamlining permitting is essential to addressing the energy affordability crisis American households and businesses are facing. Permitting dysfunction also directly impacts American workers, as you heard a moment ago. We support hundreds of thousands of jobs across construction, manufacturing, and skilled trades. Uncertainty delays hiring, disrupts workforce planning, and puts domestic manufacturing at risk. We are ready to work with Congress on a comprehensive permitting solution. The resources, workforce, and capital are ready. Permitting certainty is the key. The time to act is now. Thank you.